The way of Jesus, Sabbath. Sabbath is a journey that I have been practicing and learning and growing in for a lot of years. So I'll share with you where I'm at now. Now I have made it to 24 hours of Sabbath. So we'll get back to that in a second. But let me just tell you, when it was inaugurated, we know the way of Jesus, he kept the Sabbath, but when it was given to the people of God after they left Egypt, this is what God said. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work, neither you, nor your son or daughter, nor your male or female servant, nor your animals, nor any foreigner residing in your towns. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them. But he rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. Now, I love that he included on this day, you're going to rest, your kids are going to rest, your animals are going to rest, everyone is going to rest. When God created the Sabbath, this day, this rhythm of life to work and rest, it was really unique to the time period. Also, a 7-day week was unique. A lot of the ancient cultures around and where, in the ancient Near East, they were dependent on the moon and solar calendars. And so to have a 7-day week was inaugurated by God. And the rhythm of a rest day was totally inaugurated by God. And having a culture, a people who rested would have been mind-blowing. So people around would see okay, we're all working today. You guys don't have to work. You have all that you need, that you don't need to work today. It showed a prosperous people, a people who were reliant on their God, and their God took care of them, that they didn't need to work every single day. This would have really signified to everyone around them that these people were different. And so years ago, I was okay, accepting the challenge. If I am a person who follows Jesus, the way of Jesus, how is my life different than people around me? Every other day looks the same as everybody I work with. And so to have a different rhythm to my week by keeping the Sabbath is noticeable. And so to be people that follow God, we want to keep the Sabbath. Now, when I first started, it looked like maybe the afternoon. Now I've worked up to 24 hours Sabbath keeping. Well, I also work on Sundays. So my Sabbath is from 12 o'clock noon on Sunday to 12 o'clock noon on Monday, 24 hours. And I love that the Lord, he made this an example. I felt a gentle rebuke from him years ago that he is God and he rested. I am not God and I don't rest. Why is that? Why do I feel like all of this, the weight of the world is on my shoulders, when the weight of the world is actually in God's hands and he rested? The word Sabbath, it actually means to stop, to cease. And so that is what he's inviting. Jesus talks about the Sabbath. He says, Sabbath was made for the man, not man for the Sabbath. He rested, he stopped, he enjoyed, he replenished. And so what would it look like if we made the Sabbath a different day, not just a day to do errands or to do laundry, but a day to stop the rhythms of every other day, to enjoy family, to enjoy nature, to enjoy God's creation. That's what God did on the Sabbath. He stopped and he enjoyed his creation. The Sabbath was so serious when it was inaugurated that if you didn't keep the Sabbath, it could be punishable by death. It was that serious. The other thing is that the Israelites, when they were given the Sabbath, they had just come from slavery where they literally worked every single day. And God was like, no, I want my people to have a different rhythm where they work and then they cease. They work and then they Sabbath. They enjoy creation. So my challenge to you is to follow the way of Jesus and to Sabbath. Either start with an afternoon or start with an evening. When we were growing, raising our kids and they were growing up, for us it looked like no phone calls. Everybody knew that you weren't going out. We did it on a Monday night. That was sort of our Sabbath family night. And so you knew you weren't going anywhere. We were playing games. We weren't watching TV. It was a different sort of night, a different rhythm to enjoy one another. So cultivate Sabbath in a new way this season.